Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I'm just popping in to do a quick little intro. Today we are going to be getting ready together and I'm just going to be reflecting on the year of 2021 as it was a really great year for me, but it was also a very challenging year. So we're just going to chat about that today, do a little catch up. So if you guys want to get ready with me, grab your makeup and let's go ahead and hop right into the video. Okay guys, so it has been a while since I filmed a get ready with me. I hope you guys have been doing well. I actually used to film a lot of these get ready with me's like monthly, and I would catch up with you guys back in 2019, but I feel like maybe because I hit 100k and that number kind of like gave me a reality check of that's a lot of people and maybe I shouldn't share too much of myself online. I guess that's when I sort of started getting a little bit more closed off personally and just focused more on the makeup. But today we are going to get quite personal. I'm going to be reflecting on 2021. That's the whole topic of this get ready with me. All the products that I'm going to be using I will link down below, and most of the products are from my project pan, and also this makeup look is my go-to glam makeup look, which I did film a tutorial on, so I'll leave that up here if you guys want to check that out. I think for a lot of us it was really hard mentally, probably the hardest year for me actually. If I could describe 2021 in a nutshell, I would say that this was the best year of my life, but also the hardest year. So all of my dreams and all of my goals came true this year in 2021 that I could have never imagined coming true. But then also like my worst nightmare happened, and that led me to go in a downward spiral with my mental health. But to you guys, maybe like Judy, capital J-U-D-Y, on YouTube and on socials probably seems like she's having a really good year, which I am very grateful for still, but I think behind the scenes I definitely struggled a lot. But I guess to talk about why 2021 was the best year of my life, I'm talking in more of the aspect of my YouTube journey and like my career, because this year I definitely earned the most that I've ever earned in my life. Like even besides my collab, if I didn't have my collab I would have still like earned way more than I've ever earned like in any other job. But in saying that, I haven't had like any other like salary paying kind of jobs. I've always worked minimum wage, which you know is not a lot. So I've always worked in hospitality, I've always been a waitress or receptionist. I've never had like an actual job. So I never had like a really big income or really a stable income. Before this year, Harry and I really were just like scraping by. We were living paycheck to paycheck. I literally had no savings at all, because once I would save a bit of money, like you know, life would happen. There would be a vet bill or a dentist bill where you know it's like grands of money, where my savings, where I didn't have like grands and grands of money like on hand to pay. I had to go into my savings. So now like you know I don't have a ton of savings, but at least the savings that I have like I don't touch, and it's actually just savings. I don't have to transfer it out because we're really just like sort of just scraping by, living it day by day, which we still are. But definitely this year I felt a little bit more comfortable, and I feel like it gave me hope that I could actually, you know, earn something from my passion, because I love filming videos. Although it can be quite hard mentally, I actually have been feeling burnt out for like over a year now actually. I went into 2021 feeling very burnt out, and you know I always thought about taking a break, but I don't think it's in me to take a break. So literally in 2021 YouTube became like actually my full-time job with like an actual full-time income, and that was literally one of the biggest goals I've had for a very long time. I never want to be like rich or have like a million subscribers. Like that's not me. I'm very comfortable with you guys and this community that I have. I just want to be comfortable. Like when I go out to eat, I don't want to transfer money from my savings or look for the cheapest thing on the menu, you know, like I don't want to be extravagant and live like a luxury life, but I definitely don't want to like have to double think every time I go grocery shopping or checking if I have the right amount of money in my account to pay for the bills. When people had the automatic bill payment, I could never understand, because I'm like, what if I don't have money? There's not gonna be anything automatic to pay. So I really just wanted to make this like my full-time job, and I didn't go into 2021 saying like this is the year it's going to be the year that I make this my job. Like I didn't go into it thinking like that. So when it started like naturally happening, I don't know, it was really crazy. It's crazy to think that I'm in this position now, which I am very grateful for and I don't take for granted, because I know it's a very blessed position to be in, and I really can't believe how everything panned out. Obviously, of course, it's always God's work. He has always provided for us. When there were times where I thought we couldn't pay for our bills, you know, somehow there was just like a stream of income into my bank. That probably was one of the biggest highlights of my year, was just making YouTube my full-time job and actually earning an income from it, because that has always been like my goal. It's always been like the bigger picture, the bigger goal, and I think this is just like the start, because this is the first year where I actually started saving money. And I think it's also showing my parents like, okay, maybe she can do this. Like, okay, she's been doing this for 7 years, but at least finally, you know, her efforts are kind of paying off. Although my parents were never like against me doing YouTube, they definitely, I wouldn't say like they weren't supportive, because they definitely are. Like they watch all my videos and everything, but they would still say things like, oh, do you want to go study, or do you want to come work for us, and stuff like that, you know? So this year I think it definitely showed them like, okay, I think she's doing well and I think she can actually do something out of this. And it's like sort of just the beginning for me, and that's how I feel about it. Like it's just the beginning. This year really gave me hope for my channel, that I think I really needed, because I think after 7 years, when you're trying for so long, it can get really discouraging, you know? Like I never thought of like ever stopping, even if I wasn't earning. Like I really do enjoy this, but you know, it's nice to see like I'm getting paid for what I'm doing, and you know, just being able to like buy things for your family without like hurting the bank. I was able to shout my family dinner for the first time ever without it like, oh my gosh, like is this going to hurt my wallet if I shout them today? First time I shouted my family dinner was like last year on my brother's birthday, and I felt like I could finally give back to them a little bit. I don't know, maybe it's like an Asian thing. You always feel like you have to owe back your parents like your entire life. I know it's not all about material things, but it's really nice to like just give back to my mom. I got my mom something really nice for Christmas, as well as my auntie and Harry's mom. Just the women in my life that took care of me. My auntie took care of me when I was a kid. It's just nice to give them something really nice, you know? These luxury things like don't even cross my mind before, because I'm like, I can't even afford that, so what's the point of like dreaming about it, you know? But these days I feel like, oh, maybe I can treat myself and treat the people around me to these nice things. So now my brows are on. I just had to do that off camera. I also prime my eyes as well. But we're now gonna move into eyeshadow, and of course the palette I have to use today is my COLLAB palette with ODEN'S. This is the Red Dragon palette, and let's just talk about this for a moment, because this was another big highlight. This was just like a dream come true that I really never thought was ever going to happen. You know, I've always dreamed about like having a collab palette, or just like collabing with a brand that I love, and I still can't believe that this is my palette. And although there were certain things that happened that I wish didn't, like for example my Instagram being disabled, because I literally can't see who is getting my palette and all the beautiful looks that you guys will be creating. So like I can't tell you how excited I am to get my Instagram back. I'm gonna like start fresh with my content as well. I was planning to do like colored themes on my Instagram, but I think I'm just gonna stop that, and when I get my Instagram back, I'm gonna just start fresh. In a sense, I think it was good that my Instagram got disabled, because I had time to like kind of be off it for a lot of it, even though I'm still on my cat's Instagram account and on my film account. I think it was just nice to like sort of take a step back and think about what kind of content I want to post there. So anyway, back to Red Dragon. I can't believe that I have a collab palette, because every creator probably dreams of having like a product of their own, and an eyeshadow palette at that. That's like literally such a dream come true, and I really don't take that for granted, because I don't think another collab like this would come around my way anytime soon, like, you know. And I really wanted to soak in this moment, and I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying it as well. But with this collab palette this year and YouTube literally becoming my full-time job, two of the most biggest like goals and dreams happened this year that like I didn't even expect to happen or think that it would ever happen. Like, it's always something that I'm working towards, but when it actually happens, you're kind of like, what just happened, you know? I find it hard to like process things sometimes, like these big milestones. All of these things was a lot to take in, but I am of course extremely grateful for it all, and obviously I gotta thank you guys for all of that, because if you guys didn't watch my videos, then I really wouldn't have any of these opportunities. And I worked with so many great brands this year as well. Like, I worked with Canon. I can't even believe that happened. That was like a big project, and I did a little article for them as well. And then I guess to spoil some things, like to top off 2021, I'm gonna be doing a sponsored video with COLLAB. I don't know guys, that's like literally crazy. If there is one brand that I would love to do a collab with, is literally COLLAB. I'm sure you guys like know that. So like, this is gonna be my first sponsored work with them, because everything else that I've ever posted related to ColourPop has never ever been sponsored. I started getting PR from them, but still, like, I'm gonna save my excitement for that video. I think maybe like next week or something, or early January, just depending how things go. Crazy guys, right? So overall this year on YouTube, it definitely was my best, and I don't take that for granted, because I don't think I can top this year, to be honest. Like, for my YouTube journey, like this year was just really like the turning point. It was the changing point for my channel, for me, you know. Like, I won't forget this year for my YouTube journey. Like, it really, I can't believe it happened to me, you know. Like, I've been doing this for 7 years, and this is like what I've always dreamed for it to be, for it to become. It's like for it to be my job, and you know, I have a collab palette at that. Like, it's really crazy guys. Like, I really think it's crazy, and I think the power of a prayer is so powerful, because all of these things I've always been praying for, and you know, subconsciously always thinking about, and you know, God is always listening, and I think when it's in His time, He will provide. And I think that's the most amazing thing. This year has been really great for me in that aspect. But then I guess if we want to go to why it was a really hard year for me, we lost Tubby at the end of July, and that alone, losing Tubby, and like the 2 weeks building up to that, was really hard, and it was very traumatic. Just seeing him, you know, get sick so quickly. It was literally overnight. We knew about his kidney disease, but just, he was fine for a very long time, but then just literally the next day, like, it was just going down, and just losing him, it was like losing family. If you guys watched my cat video that I uploaded recently, where I introduced you to all 4 cats, I think you probably will understand a little bit more why it really affected me a lot. So losing Tubby led me to go into a downward spiral with my mental health and just everything. I kind of just like lost it in a way. I'm doing better now, so don't worry about me guys. I'm fine. I'm just like, just venting, you know, just letting you guys know how it actually was for me this year. So when Tubby passed away, it was the end of July, so pretty much the beginning of August, which I knew I had a lot of work to do. The Canon opportunity was around August as well, and that was like, it was a lot of workload. I had that to do, and then I also, of course, just maintaining my channel, which was 3 videos a week, which I was already struggling to do anyway. But also I knew that the launch of Red Dragon was happening at the end of September, and there was a lot that I wanted to plan for that. I actually had planned to do a little like photo shoot, because you know, it was my first collab and I wanted to do something nice for it. And I'm not someone that's very confident in front of the camera. Like, that could be quite a surprise to you, but you know, it's different when you're in your room alone talking to yourself rather than someone taking your photos for you. But I thought because it's my first collab, I really want to do a photo shoot, so I was prepping for that. And there's a whole reason why photo shoots is full of a team, because there's a lot of things you got to think about with outfit and makeup and hair and venue and photographer. So I was like planning for that. So I was really busy, and I knew all of these work things that I had to do wasn't gonna stop, you know, like the launch of Red Dragon was not gonna stop. There are other people involved as well. Although in August and September I was like, you know, crying every night and I was really sad, but I also like pressed down all of my emotions, as I knew that I had to get work done, and like whether I liked it or not, like things weren't gonna change, and I had to just like keep going. But in a sense that was a good thing, because I was really busy and I kept my mind on those things, so focusing on Red Dragon. And also with Red Dragon, I also just had a lot of anxiety with it. I had a lot of self-doubt. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. And of course, in hindsight, I couldn't have asked for a better launch. I could have asked for a better response. But before that, I really was just like going, I couldn't sleep. I was losing a lot of sleep over this because yeah, I didn't know. I had no confidence. Like, I know I liked it and I liked the formula, I liked everything, but the problem was, how is it going to be perceived by everybody else? It doesn't matter how I like it, right? So I was just, yeah, really anxious. So I think for like August and September, although I was sad, I was also like preoccupied, that I just like forcefully pressed down my feelings. And then once the end of September came around and it was time for launch day. Launch day went smoothly and everything, but I remember that week of launch. So it launched on a Monday, my time. And I remember that week, I like just like fell apart because I think the weight of losing Tubby and then the launch of Red Dragon and all that anxiety kind of went away. All of those feelings that I was pressing down for like 2 months really kind of just like released. And I don't know, I was like, that week was just not okay. And I think I took some time off. It probably didn't seem like it to you guys because I do pre-film a little bit. Like I pre-film kind of like a week ahead. So with that, I felt very sad and I had really no motivation. It was very hard for me to get out of bed. And then when we moved into October was the month where I gained a lot of weight because I was just binge eating and I was just like eating my emotions away. So I gained a lot of weight in October and I definitely am at my heaviest now. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, no Judy, you look fine. And thank you for those kind comments, but I personally don't feel fine in my body and I feel very self-conscious and insecure. And you know, when other people make comments, not you guys, but people in my life have made comments about my weight gain, which, you know, doesn't really help to the problem either. It makes me feel even more self-conscious. And it's a difference when you gain weight just as like a normal person that you don't need to go on camera. But when you're a person that needs to be on camera all the time and you see the weight gain in your face. So feeling very insecure in your body is not the most happiest feeling to do. I am getting a little bit better with it now because I am going to the gym, and that really just sort of started happening, I would say, in December, because my mindset kind of changed towards the gym, and I guess that's something I want to like speak about as well. But let me just do my wing first. So when it comes to working out, I think mindset is probably the most important thing. And for a very long time, I've always hated working out. I wouldn't understand people when they would say, you won't regret it, you'll come out feeling so much better. And I'm like, no, I hate it. Like even after I finish working out, I don't feel better. Like I just don't like it. For a long time, I really was just forcing myself to work out when I really didn't want to. And when I look back, I think I'd rather have just not have worked out at all, because I think when you're working out, you need to be in a good mindset. And if you are not in that mindset right now, I mean, of course, I think there are times where it's good to like just push yourself a little bit. But I think for my case, pushing myself when I was not okay, there's no point in it, because I think when you're dreading it so much and when you're like lifting weights and you're not even focusing, there's just no point to it in my opinion. And now these days I have more of like a more open mindset to it. I've been working out like almost every day. I'm really determined to like lose some weight and just gain some muscle and get stronger, which I definitely like feel that and I see that, and Harry says that I'm getting stronger as well. And now when I go to the gym, I don't feel like it's a nuisance. Like I go because I want to and because I want to get healthier. If you're not in that mindset, like don't force yourself to. I think it's torturing yourself making you go to the gym. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't even know if I'm making any sense in today's video, but like I think I come to that realization. If you're not in that mindset to like really change your life over and like start working out and be dedicated to it, like if you're gonna do it, like do it properly when you are ready to. And if you're not ready and you're not in a good mindset, like just enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's good advice, but I don't know, just for my personal case, I think that was it for me. Like for my whole 25 years of living, like I just always hated gymming, and now it feels different because my mindset is different. Other time when I started going to the gym, I would be pretty consistent for like 2 months, but I would just stop after that. Like I wouldn't keep it up because my mindset was just not in the right place. So I wish I kind of heard this when I was going through it, but if you feel like you don't want to work out right now, but you see everyone else working out and you feel like you should to live a happy, healthy life, don't worry. The time will come when you have the energy and the right mindset to do so. Like even a month ago, I was watching all these YouTubers like Jen, Sophia, Whaley, like all working out, eating healthy, and I'm like, when will that be for me? Because these days I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to do that at all. Like that has no interest to me. But literally something will just click, something will happen and it will change you. And I'm not saying I'm the healthiest person either. I'm not gonna say that, but definitely my mindset is a lot better. I don't feel like I need to have ramen at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was literally me like all the time after Tubby Pass. Like I was eating late night and I was eating a lot of sodium, unhealthy, which, you know, I still eat ramen here and there, but at least I'm not eating at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm having a salad or fruit instead. So it's like progress, you know, it's progress, it's character development. I definitely am doing a little bit better these days. I wouldn't say like, I don't think I could ever recover from that kind of stuff, but I'm picking myself up a little by little, day by day, you know, with working out again, with my uploading as well. But I guess speaking of my uploading for 2022, I don't really set goals for myself. Like the kind of goals I set is like finish Running Man by the end of the year. Like those are the kind of goals I set. Like for example, I didn't set for 2021 to make YouTube my full-time job. Like I guess just some overall goals. I definitely want to keep working out and really like maintain that. Like I hope that this time is different. It feels like it's different this time. Like it's not just gonna be a 2-month thing and then I give up. Like it feels like this is my time, like my time to get in shape and to like just take care of myself. Maybe it is that quarter life crisis situation, because you know when I turned 25, like I was just saying it jokingly like, oh my gosh, quarter life crisis, but I'm like, no, that actually kind of happened. I definitely want to maintain that. I think I will now that we have like a legit home gym and it looks really nice. So I think that will definitely be possible. Hopefully, I'm sure it will. I gotta say, it will. And then I think in 2022 I want more time for myself. In November and December I aimed to upload 4 to 5 times a week, which is definitely a lot considering on how I edit and how I film. That is just a lot of work to take on, and I definitely overloaded myself, and I usually typically just upload 3 times a week, and I think I'm definitely gonna go back to that. Maybe some weeks it might be 2 times a week, but I just want time for myself because these days I really catch myself not having any time for me at all. So I pretty much wake up, film for literally the entire day, then I will clean, and then I'll have dinner, and then I'll do my workout, shower, and then it's editing right until maybe 3 a.m, sometimes 5 a.m. in the morning, and then I wake up around 10 or 11 to start filming again. Like that is just my day. There is no time for me and what I really want to to do like my little other hobbies, you know? Like I would have to write in wrap Christmas presents in my schedule because I don't have time to even do that. I'm just over blushing myself today because this blush is my favorite, the one from ColourPop. Kiss and Tell. So yeah, definitely in January I want to slow it down to maybe just 3 videos a week. Who knows, maybe 2, we'll see. But I'm doing this little like mini house sculpture thing with my niece, and I really want time to do that with her because every time she comes over, like I don't have time to do it with her because I'm always working. So I definitely want to finish that. I also bought these like DIY coasters from Kmart that like I want to do as well. I also want to get back into journaling again because I stopped that. Just because, you know, no time. I feel like journaling, you need a good chunk of hours to get it all done. And then of course the most important thing is I want to read more of my Bible. I want to Bible study more because that is something definitely I'm lacking. And I do want to spend more time with Harry. I feel like he's really understanding with my workflow because his love language is quality time. So we haven't really spent that much quality time together as like I'm always working, and I feel like my day just flies by so quickly. But yeah, I guess those would be my goals for the new year, is to keep up with gymming and have more time for myself, because what's the point of working so hard and, you know, earning money when you can't even like put it back into yourself, you know, or put it back into other people around you. So that is definitely what I want to do in the new year. But I would love to know what goals you guys have in mind. Honestly, I feel so tired just like talking about myself. Isn't it ironic? I hate being in front of camera and talking about myself when I'm on YouTube. And here we have the final look. Thank you guys so much for getting ready with me today. I truly had so much fun just catching up with you. Because it has been a while, it just feels like I'm catching up with an old friend. So I hope it feels like that for you guys as well. And I hope 2021 was a good year for you. And if it wasn't, I hope 2022, the new year, will be just a little bit better. And just know I'm always here for you guys. I'm always rooting for you, always thinking about you. And I just want to give my thanks to you guys, because you guys truly have been the best supporters that I could ever ask for. Just having this platform is literally a getaway for me, and I hope it's a little getaway for you and just a little escape, just 20 minutes a day. I feel like that can really just help someone out. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel this year. All of my wildest dreams really came true this year, and it wouldn't have happened if you guys did not support and watch me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye!